Getting some good running shoes is a worthy investment. Not only do you look fly, but it can be pretty comfortable too, like walking on clouds. So whether you're a dedicated marathoner or a casual jogger, you're probably curious about the science behind your favorite pair. Let's talk about it today. How are running shoes even made? In today's video, we're exploring exactly that, so lace up. Well, it goes without saying that running has a long history. Humans love running. As a sport, it goes all the way back to ancient Greece, where athletes competed barefoot. Now, this was a culture that was all about physical and mental strength. After all, the ancient Greeks believed a lot in the importance of a sound body and mind. Even their contests were done with the athletes nude so everyone could appreciate their true form. Later, the Romans introduced thin-soled sandals for their messengers. This was an early attempt to try and improve foot protection and comfort. But it wasn't until the 19th century that shoes were designed specifically for running. Let's jump to 1852. Runners started wearing shoes with spiked soles for better traction. This innovation marked the beginning of specialized footwear for running. By 1900, the sneaker, or all-purpose athletic shoe, was introduced. This shoe was usually made of canvas with a rubber rim. It was made even better by Charles Goodyear's earlier invention of vulcanized rubber. Goodyear's process involved heating rubber with sulfur, which prevented it from hardening and losing elasticity. Shoes were softer now. But even though rubber was a major advancement, its durability wasn't good enough for long-term use. So, leather stayed the preferred material for running shoes for many years. Still, it had its drawbacks, like chafing. In 1925, German shoemaker Adolf Dassler began focusing on athletic shoes. He eventually founded a company with his brother Rudolf. Dassler's shoes had some amazing new features like arch support and speed lacing. They quickly gained popularity with prominent athletes like Jesse Owens, who wore Dassler shoes during the 1936 Munich Olympics. The Dassler brothers later parted ways, leading to the creation of Adidas by Adolf and Puma by Rudolf. Sound familiar? Over the past 15 years, a lot has changed. The design for running shoes has evolved. New technology and biomechanics have brought on changes for the better. Contemporary shoe designers use sophisticated techniques. These include video analysis and computer simulations, all to study foot anatomy and movement. These technologies help designers understand how different terrains affect impact and foot positioning. Plus, they need to categorize. There are two types of runners: pronators, whose feet roll inward, and supinators, whose feet roll outward. By analyzing pressure points, friction patterns, and impact forces, designers create shoes that accommodate different running styles. The goal is comfort, but also they need to prevent injuries. Coming to the construction, modern running shoes typically have around 20 parts. They're then divided into two main sections, the upper and the sole. The upper covers the top and sides of the foot and includes several components. Starting at the front, the feather line is the edge where the mudguard or toe guard meets the bottom of the shoe. The vamp shapes the shoe around the toe box and includes features such as the throat, eye stay, and lacing section. The tongue attached here protects the foot from direct contact with the laces. Reinforcements, which add durability, can be sewn on the outside or inside. Further towards the back, the collar often features an Achilles tendon protector. The foxing shapes the rear end of the shoe, while the heel counter, a plastic cup, supports the heel for added stability. Now let's talk about the sole of the shoe. Pun intended. The sole is divided into three main parts: the outsole, midsole, and wedge. The outsole, which contacts the ground, provides traction and absorbs shock. It's typically made from carbon rubber for durability or blown rubber for a softer feel. The midsole is responsible for cushioning, so it usually has materials like polyurethane, gel, or liquid silicone. Some midsoles have capsules of compressed air for added shock absorption. The wedge supports the heel, giving you more comfort and stability. In this step, the construction begins. Manufacturing modern running shoes relies on the cold cement construction method. This technique uses lower temperatures for bonding, so we can use lightweight materials like plastics and foams. The process begins with die cutting, where the shoe parts are cut from fabric or leather using steel cutting dies. Multiple layers of fabric can be cut at the same time, but leather parts are cut individually to avoid any mistakes. After cutting, the pieces that'll form the upper part of the shoe are stitched or cemented together. At this stage, the upper resembles a hat more than a shoe, but that's because of extra material known as the lasting margin. The upper is then heated and fitted around a plastic mold called a last. This shapes it to fit the contours of the foot. The insole, midsole, and outsole are all then cemented to the upper. For the upper, most running shoes today have stretchy, breathable knit or mesh tops that mold to your foot. Tough PU leather patches protect the shoe, while classic styles might use suede. But the problem with suede is how it's heavier and less waterproof. And for the sole, the shoe's base starts with a soft EVA insole. The midsole, the squishy part, is often made of polyurethane and mixed with gel or silicone for extra cushion. Some shoes even have built-in air pockets. The outsole, the part touching the ground, is typically tough carbon or blown rubber with different patterns for grip. At the end, the shoe's top is shaped around a mold, stretched tight, and cooled to fit perfectly. The sole parts are glued together. Then, the top and bottom are pressed together in a machine. After cooling, the shoe's finished by adding the inner sole, either a molded or flat piece of foam. Before your new kicks hit the shelves, they've got to pass a rigorous inspection. Every pair gets a good once-over to make sure it's flawless. Loose threads? Nope, not happening. Any smudges or dirt? Gone. Once they've passed the test, they get a quick spritz in a fancy box. It's all about making sure your new shoes are perfect for when you're ready to buy them. It's wild how far we've come. From ancient barefoot runners to today's high-tech sneakers, it's clear we're obsessed with finding the perfect running shoe. And why not? They're not just for athletes anymore. Even couch potatoes love them for comfort. Plus, running shoes have evolved right alongside our love for hitting the road. As more people lace up for a jog, shoemakers have been working overtime to create the ultimate running buddy. Thanks to cool celebrity deals and some impressive marketing, sneakers are now a must-have in everyone's closet. But it's not all about looking good. Shoe companies are also trying to be good to the planet. They're using recycled stuff and making shoes in a way that's kinder to the earth. With every new design, we're getting closer to the perfect shoe. Well, there you have it. If you enjoyed learning about how running shoes are made and want to explore more behind-the-scenes content, check out our other videos. Stay curious, and thanks for watching. If you're on the front lines with a dangerous job, chances are you've used a bulletproof vest. From police officers to people in the military, these life-saving garments are essential for safety. And we know how some crazy plot twists have happened in cinema, with characters surviving gunshots just because they were wearing one. But how are they made? In today's video, let's take a look at how this protective gear gets ready to save lives. You might be surprised to hear this, but the journey to create a bulletproof vest begins with a thread. Well, it is a vest. This isn't any common thread though. Instead, it's made from special materials designed to be incredibly strong and durable. And two of the most well-known threads used in bulletproof vests are Kevlar and Dyneema. Now, Kevlar is produced by spinning a solid fiber from a liquid chemical blend. This process creates fibers that are 5 times stronger than steel on an equal weight basis. This makes it an obvious choice for ballistic protection. But Dyneema isn't any less impressive. It's created through a gel spinning process that produces a fiber 15 times stronger than steel. The amazing thing is how this fiber isn't only strong but also flexible. It provides excellent protection without compromising comfort. A win-win. So, how does something as soft as fabric stop a speeding bullet? It might seem counterintuitive, but the science behind body armor is surprisingly simple. Essentially, it's a matter of dispersing energy. Bulletproof material is basically just a very strong net. Once the specialized threads are produced, they're fed through machines that wrap and stretch them into yarn. Since yarn plays an important role in constructing bulletproof textiles, it must be durable. It also has to be able to be woven into strong, flexible fabrics. Coming to the next step, the yarn is woven into sheet materials using large industrial machines. It's fascinating because these machines interlock the yarns in a very specific pattern to create ballistic textiles. These textiles form the foundation of bulletproof vests. The weaving process is critical to the effectiveness of the final product. By carefully controlling the interweaving of yarns, manufacturers produce super strong sheets. At the end, the material is typically produced in large rolls. It's similar to fabric rolls found in a craft store, but much stronger and more durable. After the ballistic textiles are ready, they need to be cut into appropriate shapes for the vest panels. This is done using industrial cutting presses that slice through multiple layers of material simultaneously. And since it's all machinery, the patterns used for cutting make sure that each piece fits together perfectly to form the front and back panels of the vest. The cutting process is extremely precise, and it needs to be because even small variations in shape and size can affect the vest's performance. The panels are designed to cover vital areas of the body, providing maximum protection but allowing for mobility. After cutting the sheet material, the next step is to assemble the layers into a ballistic panel. The number of layers required depends on the level of protection needed. For example, a vest designed to stop high-velocity rifle rounds will have more layers than one designed to stop handgun bullets. In the case of Kevlar, the layers are stitched together to form a nice complete panel. This stitching helps hold the layers in place and make sure that the panel can absorb and distribute the force of an impact. To protect the ballistic panel from moisture and other environmental factors, it's placed in a protective cover. This cover can be heat-sealed or sewn, depending on the design and materials used. The cover not only protects the panel, but also helps maintain its shape and integrity. Then, we're at the final step in crafting a bulletproof vest, placing the ballistic panels into a carrier. This carrier is a specially designed vest that ensures the panels stay in the correct position against the body, even during movement. It has pockets to secure the panels, ensuring they don't shift or move out of place. Carriers are a core component of these vests, so they're designed with comfort and adjustability in mind. They allow the wearer to customize the fit for maximum protection and ease of movement. Some carriers even feature additional pockets for inserting extra panels or accessories. They're called trauma plates, and they help provide added protection against blunt force impacts. With technology evolving every day, it's no wonder bulletproof vests are too. Researchers and manufacturers are always on the lookout for new ways to improve the materials and processes used in vest construction. For example, Teijin Aramid is developing ultra microfibers to create vests that aren't only bulletproof but also stab-proof. These incredibly fine fibers can prevent injuries from gritty particles blasted out by roadside bombs. For some, that offers an extra layer of protection that's very much needed. Then there are scientists at the US Air Force Research Laboratory who are working on artificial silk. This material could revolutionize body armor. It has the potential to be stronger than Kevlar while providing greater flexibility and better temperature regulation. Ultimately, you want vests to be more comfortable to wear, especially if your job requires wearing one regularly. To make sure of that, new additions such as moisture-wicking linings and ergonomic designs are game changers. They make sure that you can wear your vest for however long is needed. Plus, manufacturers are exploring smart textiles integrated with technology. These vests of the future could monitor the wearer's vital signs and environmental conditions. Now, there's real-time data for enhanced safety. Personnel can be tracked, especially in harsh conditions. Rest assured, advances in materials and manufacturing techniques are bringing in growth. Vests are now lighter and thinner without sacrificing protection. As technology continues to advance, we can expect bulletproof vests to become even more effective and versatile, especially since the demand for bulletproof vests is growing beyond military and law enforcement applications. Even Batman needs armor. Now, even civilians are moving towards looking for personal protection. Safety, comfort, but there's another factor that's becoming more important: style. The trend of civilians looking for more vests means that stylish and discreet bulletproof vest clothing is on the rise. It's driving innovation in the industry, as manufacturers work towards meeting the diverse needs of their customers. And with the world trying to be more sustainable, many companies are exploring eco-friendly alternatives. They're considering recycled fibers and biodegradable materials instead, all to reduce the environmental footprint of these critical safety garments. Hemp fabric is an unlikely contender. It's a cost-effective and sustainable alternative to traditional materials while maintaining the required level of protection. Well, the process of making bulletproof vests is definitely complex and fascinating. From the creation of specialized threads to the final assembly of the vest, each step is equally important. Whether for military, law enforcement, or civilian use, these life-saving garments will continue to play a key role in protecting individuals from ballistic threats. So the next time you see a bulletproof vest, you'll have a deeper appreciation for the process that goes into making these impressive pieces of protective gear. They're a testament to human ingenuity and the pursuit of safety and security. And that's all from us. Stay safe and stay informed as we keep exploring the fascinating world of protective technologies. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, thanks for watching.